Have you ever wondered how a seemingly perfect summer fling could spiral into murder, deceit, and betrayal? Well, buckle up. Today's story will take you on one hell of a ride. Hey everyone, welcome back to Movie Recaps Hub Podcast, the place where we break down your favorite films, one twist at a time. I'm Dulan, and today we're unpacking the 2015 thriller drama Careful What You Wish For. Trust me, you'll want to stick around for every jaw-dropping detail. Our story opens on 16-year-old Douglas "Doug" Hansen, daydreaming about beaches, parties, and of course, romance. He and his parents have just moved into their lake house for the summer. Mom teases him, "Have you packed any books?" And Dad gives him that classic parental reminder to be responsible. But responsibility is the last thing on Doug's mind. He's already plotting the perfect summertime love adventure. Enter his best friend Carson, equal parts hype man and cautionary tale. Carson regales Doug with his own wild escapades with women, daring Doug not to chicken out. They head to the local open-air bar, where County Sheriff Big Jack is hosting a live band. Laughs, drinks, and good times. For Doug, summer is officially underway. Later, Doug finds the lake house empty and spies on the neighbors, a wealthy couple moving in next door. He's instantly smitten with Mrs. Harper, a stunning blonde who catches him staring and makes him look away fast. Cue Doug's first real blush of the summer. When Carson drops by again, Doug plays it cool, until a friend introduces the Harpers by name. Mr. Elliot Harper already knows Doug's parents and offers Doug a summer job as maintenance manager on his yacht. Doug can't believe his luck. They agree to meet first thing in the morning. Morning comes. Doug rows out to the yacht, finding Lena Harper emerging from the water in a very provocative bikini. He's mesmerized until Mr. Harper appears and gives Doug a rundown of the day's maintenance tasks. Over a quick tour, Mr. Harper schools Doug on risk and reward. He's secret to building wealth. But Doug, all he can think about is Lena. That night, Doug lies in bed, mind racing with images of Lena and a flashback to Elliot trying to force himself on his wife. He drifts off fitfully, haunted by that memory. The next day, Doug's fixing the dashboard when Lena's scream pierces the air. A spider's on her dash. Cool as a cucumber, Doug removes it and fixes her controls with a simple push-in. Lena gives him a flirty, "You know how to push in," and walks away, leaving Doug flush and fumbling. That night, a storm's rolling in as Doug gets home, and there's Lena locked out of her own house. No open windows, so Doug wraps his shirt around a stone and shatters a window pane. He climbs in, cuts his hand, and Lena tends to it. First aid, a beer, and some honest talk about loneliness. Before Doug can catch himself, he brushes his lips to hers. She laughs, tells him to try again, and suddenly they're making out like there's no tomorrow. Morning light reveals Doug in bed with the Harpers, both Elliot and Lena. They agree to keep last night under wraps. Doug heads back to work, meets Carson, but says nothing about his late absence. That afternoon, they go for a swim, though Doug can't take his eyes off the shore, where thoughts of Lena and millions of unspoken green lights flicker in his mind. Over the next few days, Lena's accidental bikini parades and lingerie displays keenly underscore their growing obsession. One morning, Lena tags along on the yacht for inspection. They glide across the lake, chat about sailing, and, well, you know where this is going. Romance blossoms on deck, right under Elliot's oblivious nose. Later, In a small-town store, they sneak off for a quickie in the back, Doug's guilt battling his desire, until Elliot nearly barges in. A dropped milk bottle rattles nerves, but Elliot walks away. Heart pounding, they slip out unscathed. Then things get real dark. Lena calls Doug late at night. Elliot's attacked her and she needs help. Doug arrives at the shed they'd prepped and finds Elliot's body. Lena insists it was self-defense. Her brutal family will destroy them if the truth comes out. Doug panics, but hatches a plan. Stage Elliot's death as a boating accident. Under cover of darkness, he drags the body onto the yacht, narrowly avoiding a watchman who mistakes him for Mr. Harper. By dawn, the authorities find the wrecked yacht with Elliot's corpse on board. Sheriff Big Jack calls in Detective Alvarez, a rookie determined to prove herself. Lena's story checks out, but Alvarez spots the broken window at Doug's house and summons him. Doug sticks to his rehearsed script, careful not to incriminate himself. However, blood on the shattered glass matches Doug's DNA. Alvarez corners Doug in her cruiser, probing for weaknesses. He feels trapped. In desperation, Doug confides in Carson, who insists he come clean with Big Jack. Instead, the sheriff warns Doug to watch Alvarez. He suspects something bigger at play. Back home, Doug discovers Lena's stolen his burner phones and planted evidence to frame him for attempted assault. He's arrested. But in a surprising twist, Big Jack quietly opens the police vehicle door, Doug's bicycle inside, and gives him a chance to run. Doug bolts. Doug races to the cabin with passports and phones. There, Alvarez catches him and Doug pleads innocence. Then he sees her heel tattoo, a perfect match to Lena's. Alvarez is in on it. Shocked, Doug watches them drive off together, leaving him alone, mouth agape. A lone cell phone is left behind, giving Doug just enough proof to reduce his charges. In a closing voiceover, Doug reveals he served a short sentence, while Lena and Alvarez remain on the run. And the biggest question, would he do it all again? Ooh, that was careful what you wish for. If you loved this breakdown, smash that like button, leave a comment with your wildest movie twist, and subscribe for more deep dives every week. Hit the bell so you never miss an episode. Thanks for listening to Movie Recaps Hub podcast, and I'll catch you next time. Stay curious, my friends.